Welcome to the Crimson Circle. Boy, did the energy in the room change as the music was playing. And the energy was bouncing off the walls before, and all of a sudden, everything kind of came together in our shout space. Really nice, really good feeling. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here, and we're glad we're here. We've been out on the road for, feels like a couple of months.
Well, it was, but we came back for 6 days in between the Hawaii events and the Europe events to come and do the shout, and we ran right back out.
Absolutely. So it feels really, really good to be back here. And
to come back when the weather's really nice.
oh, it's so beautiful out today. We're still kind of getting adjusted to the difference in time and altitude and attitude and everything else that we have, but it feels really good to be back here. So welcome, everybody. Delighted that you're here. It's really dark out there, so I can barely see, but we're going to turn up the lights so we can talk about who's here as guests from out of state.
I'm excited. Okay.
Oh, don't you hate that? Oh, yeah. Now you know what we live with.
Okay. So from Germany, we have Dorothea. Where are you, Dorothea Hessel? Nice
Hello,
to
Dorothea.
see you. Thank you for making the journey.
Yeah.
And
we were just in Germany 6 days ago.
And on our way home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And also from Germany, we have Nicola Rothenberger.
Nicola,
thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for being here.
Glad you're here.
Okay. And then, from Slovenia. Where are you, Oya? Yes.
Slovenia.
Okay. We're going to be there this fall in October. Okay.
She's going to be there at the Bled event, yeah.
I didn't say she wasn't.
Oh, I know, but we're going to see her again, right? Yeah, and is this your first live Crimson Circle event? Wow.
That's a journey.
There's always two things to watch out for here at the monthly shouts. Number one, Linda with a microphone. And, bring it on. Oh,
you heard it.
Yeah.
It's public.
Yeah. So
you heard it.
And if you're shy and you don't want the microphone, the last thing to do is just go like that, because Linda sees that. It's a magnet, and you'll get the microphone. If you want the microphone, oh, yeah, over here, the microphone. You go invisible to Linda. Yeah.
Now, wait. I get inspiration when it comes to handing the microphone. There are many different energies and many different experiences sitting there, and I don't just do it as punishment. Jeez, Jeff.
I get the punishment.
My love, how could you do that? By the way,
I just want to build a little suspense here. Linda on the microphone. Whoa. Yeah.
And by the way, I don't want to upset anybody. I'm upsetting myself just seeing the monitor. I don't know why, but I just had this wild thing. I like to be colorful and bright, but I don't know what possessed me. But
wow.
Kind of neon shirt here. And then thank you.
Wow.
Well, the pants are kind of more me than the shirt. But anyways, the shirt just kind of went a little over my line. I actually have two backups because I'm a little afraid of this one.
No. You look like.
But wait.
No, you look like you're out there working in the highway crew or something.
But wait, Carol, and I was possessed. I just had to do it.
Yeah.
Carol reminded me that Adamus said, "Don't be dreary," and I thought, there is nothing dreary about this.
Wow,
Oh my God.
No.
This glows in the dark.
I know. It's like we don't even need these lights on in here. Wow. I didn't get the memo.
You channeled the memo.
I didn't get the memo. I just channeled it. I don't remember it. But Linda's getting dressed, and I'm like, geez, Linda, you're kind of colorful there today. And she's like, you're not. It's like, thanks. Yeah, who wants to be dreary? I do, actually. But no, you look great.
No, you don't want to be dreary, but you also don't want to stand out too much.
Yes. No, I just like that.
You're a little shy-ish.
Low profile.
But that's why you're a channeler?
So next month, I'll wear something really outrageous.
A shy guy that channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That worked when I used to channel with my eyes closed. That worked great, because I thought we were all just sitting here like a big cult with our eyes closed.
Don't use that word.
And then I realized, I got it. Then I realized one day when I started channeling with my eyes open, oh crap, you people are looking at me. Stop that. Stop it.
Don't use the C word.
The one that was in the news yesterday?
No,
that
the
I
one
don't-
you just used.
Cult?
Don't use that word.
Okay, I got to admit, Linda and I have been watching.
I'm
this
hyper.
thing.
Really
Yeah.
hyped.
Too much coffee. We've been
Oh
watching
no, it's that show.
this series on Netflix called Wild Wild Country. Whoa!
Oh, my God.
Whoa! Is
Oh,
that
my
something?
God.
It's about Osho, Bhagwan, something or other. Absolutely fascinating. Really good. Very, very well done. I think it's 6 parts, and it deals with cults, or this one cult. And we're sitting there watching it. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. No, this isn't us. Because,
And we were going through the list of why it's not.
no, we got a long 8 pages at home. Why we are not. Number 1 on the list, because we were worried. Number 1 on the list is that the Bhagwan had, they had this place, a retreat up in Oregon, I think in the 80s or something. He had 93 Rolls Royces, 93. And his followers were trying to get him more so he could have one for every day. He wanted 365. And I thought, I drive an 11-year-old Toyota. No, we're not a cult. Forget that. Anyway.
There's more on the list.
Oh, there's more. Sorry. We interrupted.
No, you didn't. I did.
I just want to make
I
sure
started
everybody
it.
knows this is not a cult.
Stop saying that word.
Well, actually, somebody came by the studio one day and said, she wasn't Chambra, and she said, now, I've heard that Crimson Circle is maybe a cult. And she said, and she said, are you? And I said, well, define cult.
Why do you keep saying it? Because I told you not to.
I'm not afraid of it.
I told him not to.
I said, define what that is. And she said, well, when somebody joins and they can't leave. I said, well, hell, Adamus is throwing people out. We couldn't be a cult.
Inviting him to leave.
That is a true story. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit down.
Okay.
So who had more coffee, you or me?
You.
Go ahead.
You, actually.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
No, it's the fluorescent. It's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, from Missouri, we have Carol Ann Cifuentes. Carol Ann is John Kaderka's sister. Be sure to.
Wow.
Carol Ann, would you stand up? Our dear John Kaderka's sister. And also with her is Dawn Elliott. That is John's niece. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
John played such an incredible role in what we do.
And I know Leslie gave you the tour, and really the house that John built. So, yeah, so cool.
Okay. Oh, no, now I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh. Well, you were anyway, but now I add to the list. What else do you have?
You're already keeping a list?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to screw this up. Where's the microphone?
No, just wait.
Okay, you say it.
Okay.
I don't want to do it wrong.
Somebody from California. We got a lot of.
Thank
see
you both for being here. Sweetha and her mother, I'm going to just go for it. Bulakshmi.
Oh, really? Well, you got it.
Was it close? Okay, thank
Oh,
you for
welcome.
If it wasn't, thank you anyways.
And how come you're sitting separate? You came in late. Oh. Well, one of these days, Shamba would move if you want. I mean, they're very accommodating. Come on over. Yeah, there's.
And
there's room.
Chaitana is here, her husband.
Good to see you again.
We love you guys. Thank you for making the trip.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
And
He moved.
Oh.
He's no longer from Florida. From North Carolina, we have Moshe.
hi, Moshe.
Hello, Moshe.
How are you doing?
From Illinois, back here. LaDonna, where are you?
You're back.
Looking good.
Are you back for good, or are you?
My daughter graduated. I'm getting her into the apartment.
Okay. We missed you.
I missed you guys.
Yeah. And where are you in Illinois?
West Chicago,
Right.
Wheaton, which
Oh yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
is the most
We know. We've been there. We've been there.
Isn't there too much corn there or something?
It's very Christian.
Yeah.
Evangelical or Christian?
Evangelical.
There is a little bit of it.
Guy actually passed away
Oh.
last month or 2 months
Right.
They had like for days, they had parades.
Wow, wow,
Wow, wow.
wow.
I'm a little, yeah.
A
But
little
I'm in
dreary.
Let's just say I'm Chicago.
Chicago.
Okay, we'll
A
leave it at that.
little
Yeah, that
dreary.
sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Henrys, yeah. Okay, so,
And we will get the microphone up here so we can, if somebody wants to talk. Okay.
oh, that could be trouble.
That's true.
Look at this group. You can see it in their eyes. They all want the
They're
microphone.
ready to go. Ah.
You've been warned. Okay, and then, okay, he's not here. Bernard's not here. Okay, from Texas, Christy Harris. Where are you, Christy?
Hi, Christy.
Thank you. Glad
How
you
are
could
you?
be here.
So what part of Texas?
Well, I'm really from Colorado, but I just had to move to Texas a few months ago.
Oh. Oh, Midland, Texas. Oh, I've been through there one time. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that West Texas?
Yeah, West Texas.
Is that
yeah.
West Texas?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do they call it Midland then?
They weren't so good on the map thing. So that's out in oil country. Yeah, George Bush country. Yeah, wow. Has your accent changed? You talking
will.
Texas? Yeah, we lived in Texas for 15 years. Bless your heart. And when somebody in Texas says "bless your heart," you know what that really means. Yes.
You
yeah.
dumb shit.
Yeah. Kind of. Oh, we need to get
And-
together
and-
sometime for dinner. Forget about it. They don't want you over.
I'm fixing to do that.
Fixing, yeah.
I'm fixing.
Fixing.
Okay, and last but not least, Tim from North Carolina. Where are you, Tim?
Hey, Tim. Good to see you.
Thank you for bringing it. Who's this guy hiding on the aisle? Who are you?
I'm David.
Hi, David.
How you doing?
Where are you from, David?
I travel. My car's in Spain right now, so.
Oh, taking a little vacation. The car is. Yeah, that's a nice place to go. Yeah. Has the car found any nice parking lots it could recommend?
She parked it last. It's on the street.
Oh.
Don't worry, it'll be there when you get back. Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Great. And again,
That's it.
welcome everybody.
Oh, wait. Another dear one. Damien.
Damien, yes.
Where are you from, Damien?
From Colorado. I live in Longmont.
Oh, well.
First shout.
Oh, first
And you're admitting it.
shout. Wow.
Whoa. Thank you.
Congratulations. Wow. Did somebody
Glad you
bring
could be
you
here.
here? Did you?
My father Gary and
Oh, wow. Wow.
Cool.
Fiance? Oh, yeah. Tad and Gary are getting married. Didn't you know?
The day after
July
the shout.
8th. Wow. And he's your dad? He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, wow.
He is a
Well,
nice
This
guy.
is great. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And your kid actually showed up? Wow. That's not so
You'll have fun. It's great. Okay. Let
We
us,
try to keep it a little light.
Yeah, it seems like a long, long time since the last shout.
Yeah, it has
and,
been.
it has been. I forgot, about Dreary and all. So we're going to take a look at last month's shout video recap. Let's
Okay.
take a look.
Here we go.
So, dear Shambra, it's interesting. We're ahead of schedule. I thought it was going to take longer to get over the wounds, the processing, the addiction to energy. I thought it was going to take a long time to get over that. But there was such a core group of Shambra from all around the world, ones who are here, ones watching in today, that said, we're going to be bold and courageous. We're going to take this next step. We're going to jump into it. And here we are. We're already talking about creation. That is a huge step. We did it through a number of things. We did it, number one, with, I would say, one part information. We did it with one part humor, entertainment, distraction. One part distraction. A hugely important, never underestimate the value of distraction because humans get very mental. And then I'd say about 5 parts allowing. That probably made the biggest difference of anything that we've done together. Just that allowing. I love allowing, and it's gotten us to where we are now, where we can really talk about creation, And this is where it gets fun. All the rest of it's been a little hard, but this is where it gets really fun when we go into our own creations. That is the Atlantean dream. To be here, embodied and creating. It's one thing just to say, okay, I made it to mastery, I'm embodied, I'm here. But without the creation portion of that, the conscious creation, I am creation, it's actually almost not worth staying. And many of you have wondered about that in the past. Why should I stay? The answer is creation. To be creating from within your creation. That's the reason for staying. So today's question is, and this is kind of a riddle and a question at the same time. What is an attribute that has no place in embodied mastery? It might be an attribute, well, it is, for most of you, an attribute you have now, but you're not going to want to be carrying it into embodied mastery. What is it?
Being fearful at any point in time.
Caring what people think. That's the big thing.
I believe it, doubt.
Disgust.
With what?
Everything.
Anger?
Adamus as my teacher,
You know,
but Adamus as
not
my
the best,
peer.
not the right answer, but what you're not going to bring with you into ascended mastery is boredom. The human is gray. Mass consciousness is gray and dreary. And it's really going to appear gray and dreary once you have finished the integration process. Because for you, life is going to be filled with so much, for lack of better words, color, depth, 3D, but 100D. You are not going to be bored as an embodied master, period. You can't be. At times, you are going to feel so overwhelmed with just pure passion, even if nothing's happening, but pure passion, that you feel you're going to explode. But because of all of the work we've done up to now, it's not going to overwhelm the mind. It's going to trip you up a little bit, but it's not going to overwhelm the body or the mind. You're moving right now from kind of grayness and lack of passion and some boredom, a lot of boredom. There's a lot of boredom out there with Shambhala. And what I would call the dreary life. You're moving away from that because you're also moving away from mass consciousness. As an embodied master, you're going to be really sensitive and aware of things. And sometimes it is going to bother you being in a dreary world. But then what are you going to do? You're going to stop and take a deep breath. I exist. And then you're just going to create. You're going to be painting on top of a gray canvas. And the gray canvas is not yours. It's life. It's life. So what you're not going to be bringing with you, boredom, grayness, dreariness. Let's talk for a moment now about energy and life. You may have never considered this before, but there is a huge difference between energy and life. With this music that's going to play, it's just energy. You know, I have said now that energy is just a communication. A communication, it's all it is. Whether it's communicating as music, or it's communicating as light, or it's communicating as money, it's just communication, all of it. And nothing happens with that energy, which is just communication, until you're present, until there is consciousness. Nothing. That's life, when consciousness meets energy, when consciousness allows, when it is present, I am here. Suddenly the energy starts moving and we have life. Energy is everywhere and it's yours. It's waiting for you. When you are present, when you have said, I am going to be my life, in my life, of my life, creator of my life, when you are that committed and you have that much passion for being here, suddenly your energy comes to life. The energy now is in service to you, and it will facilitate your creation in the life that you dream and choose. Period. Never again mistake energy for life. Life is when you choose to be in your creation. Go ahead.
Don't be dreary.
Don't be dreary. And I'm glad we always do the recap. Because I
Yeah.
forget what we talked about. And then it gets kind of blurred because we've been out on the road for a little while now and doing a lot of different events.
Great
and,
events.
Yeah, and so I kind of forget, what we did in the shout, what was in a workshop.
And key hawks in
yeah.
between.
Yeah, so last 3 weeks or so, we've been in Europe. We were first
Scandinavia.
it's so beautiful. This is actually a shot from, I think it's Bergen, Norway. So we were in Bergen, which is kind of on the little bit like central west coast of Norway. Just beautiful there.
Stunning.
It is really stunning. And then we went down to Denmark, to that city,
He's near Frederica.
near Frederica. And what? I didn't say anything.
I was warned.
I know. So just beautiful there. There's so much nature. It's so pristine. Everybody is so polite. Something in Scandinavia, so polite. All right, I got to explain. Linda got an award from the Chamber of Commerce. A medallion. Did you bring it today?
No, you warned me.
So she got a medallion, an award from the Chamber of Commerce for helping to promote and bring awareness to Middelfart, Denmark. And it was presented to her at the Threshold event. And then actually it's raised such an international kind of a presence. Actually, the Gaia TV in Denmark came and interviewed us. And I think it's a true
No,
story.
really, really.
They did. And I think it was prompted because of all the awareness now of Middelfart, Denmark. So they did come over one afternoon. It was really interesting. They're really, really great people.
They knew too much about the material.
They'd done their research about Crimson Circle. But Linda, bring the medallion next time. She's embarrassed. Nobody
No,
else,
I'm not. You are.
Nobody, I am. Nobody else that she knows of has ever gotten the Big Fart Award. So, the middle fart. Yeah, but she got the big fart. Anyway, we had two great events. We'll talk about them in just a moment, but let's play the video recap, just kind of shots of Shambra and some of the quotes that they said about the workshops. We did the Master's Guide in Norway with about 85 people, and then we did the Threshold in Denmark, always limited to 25 people. So let's take a look at these events. You may have noticed that there were almost no nighttime shots because there was no nighttime. Uh, we were far enough north, and it's close enough to the middle of the year that the sun really wouldn't go down till about 10:30 at night, and then it would be kind of like
And it
twilight.
wasn't even dark.
No, it was like twilight, and then about 3 o'clock in the morning, the sun comes up again, and it's talk
You're
about.
getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And it's like, oh my God, it's only
It's
4
only
o'clock.
4. It's kind of a very
crazy.
surreal, very strange. And you're trying to sleep, and the body has I forgot what it's called, a circadian rhythm to it, and it adjusts to light. And no matter how much melatonin I took, it didn't help because it was always light out. So it was very strange.
But I want to say, go back to the slides. We're always trying to figure out how do we tell people.
Yeah.
We always say, oh, it was the best event ever. And everybody's like, you guys say that every time. And it's like, well, we say that because it's true.
They just keep getting better.
And it's because it's the reason that each event is the best event and it just keeps getting better is because we all keep expanding. And so each time the events it is the best one because it's the most recent and expanded one. And there are things that are always wonderful, but it's beyond words what we get to see and
people we
humbling.
get to meet, yeah.
Absolutely humbling. And so we finally discovered that instead of us trying to put it into words, because we always say the same thing.
It was
that,
awesome.
that's why we took the quotes from the attendees, and that was, when I saw those, was like, that's the way to do it. Let the attendees say what it meant to them. So
But there's nothing like being with Shambra.
Incredible.
And together having dinner. I mean, the sessions and all are great, but just being with Shambra and truly amazing. We just love it. We get high off of it.
it's like too much sugar.
But it's so beautiful. And that was the first master's guide we've done. We had no idea what it was going to be about. It was incredible.
It was. Wait,
See,
they
there I
already
go
put
again.
the quotes
There I go.
already there. The
I
quotes
know,
already
yeah,
there.
Okay.
The
All
quotes
right.
already
Well,
there.
we'll move on to upcoming events.
It was an incredible event, and especially, the participation and everyone having their own personal experience. It was just
Well,
stunning
in
and humbling.
In Threshold, Adamus interacts personally with everybody, and there was, I think it was the first day even, we'd gotten going. We're supposed to go from about 9:30 to 1:30, and Adamus didn't care because he was having too much fun with the personal. It was almost like a reading for everybody. We went to like 3:30 that day. I was
And nobody had
exhausted.
lunch.
Yeah,
So they were like, everybody's like, "Arr!"
Adamus doesn't care, but it was great. Anyway,
And they didn't care because they all wanted their chance to
Yeah.
interact with them.
So anyway, we've got a number of events lined up for this summer at the studio, beginning
Okay.
with Sexual Energy School online. We're going to be doing that June 15th through the 17th. You can register for it online. It will be online. Linda and I will host it live here from the studio. No studio audience, but we'll be online with you.
So we'll be with you.
Yeah, again, Sexual Energy School, I'm sure you know about it. It's the core. I mean, it's really absolutely one of the basics for your energy management and also for the masculine-feminine integration.
And one more. When you hear if you haven't taken this class and you've been listening to all the headlines and all the stupidity out there and all the craziness, I can't tell you anything that has helped me imagine how to understand this and put it in perspective like the Sexual Energy School. That material, by far, is the most supportive thing I've done.
We only offer it online twice a year, so if you have the chance this summer, it's a great time to watch. Otherwise, it'll be end of the year before we offer it again. But truly a great, life-changing.
And it's literally because of the nature of it. And the request of this, when we do live workshops, so many people begged us over the years to say, please require this. We can tell you who didn't take the class when we would do workshops. We listened, and we make it a requirement for any of our
Absolutely.
large events and any of our
Makes a
live
difference.
events.
Makes
Most
such a
of them.
difference,
Most
yeah.
of them. And it's incredible because what happens is when everybody has that understanding of how those male-female energies and energies in general are managed, Adamus moves so much faster because there's nobody dragging it back. Everybody's moving forward very quickly, managing their energy and working through whatever their personal experience is.
So that's online,
There we
middle
go.
of June. Then we're going to be doing the channeling workshop from
Oh,
right
boy.
here. I'm going to back up a little bit, though. We don't have a graphic for it, but next month, on the July shout, I think July 7th, is our annual barbecue party. So immediately following the shout, we're going to be bringing out the drink and the food and everything else, having a good time. So if you're here local and you want to join in, I don't know where
You
we
can
are.
come from anywhere. You don't have to be a local.
I mean, if you're here in person, I don't know where we are in registration, how many more we can handle, but that is, the barbecue event is next month.
It's fun. We try
It's
to be,
fun.
we're social, we hang out, and it's summer, it's nice,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
beautiful, and we kind of own the parking lot.
We do. So oddly enough, everybody right around us is moving out. I don't know what
Yeah,
that's
what does
about.
that say?
What does that say?
What?
It's a cult.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
used the C word. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Anyway, in July, it's the channeling workshop that is sold out. That's really fun to do because Linda and I do it. I don't do any channeling at all, actually. We talk about how to channel. And then by the second day, we're into it in the small groups. And once we break through
Very
that
experiential, totally
first,
experiential.
kind of hesitation, once we break through, people are really amazing. So, but I'm sorry, it's sold out. We are going to do one, though, in Europe. Sometime. Well, it's different when you're doing it with other languages, but we've done it before. It works out. But next year, a lot of people
Okay.
are asking for it.
Okay.
Okay, and then coming up in early August,
Oh, boy.
it is the I forgot what we call it, the Teru party. We're going to have Guruji here on stage, and she's going to be doing a reading about Crimson Circle and about Shambhala and whatever else we ask her to do. And then she does private readings the next day if anybody's interested. She's really quite amazing, very entertaining, and I'm looking forward to seeing how she and Adamus interact together. So we will be doing a live thing with Adamus, so that should
Okay,
be.
so it
That
is.
is Saturday, August 11th, right here at the studio.
Should be entertaining.
And then coming up shortly after that is the new human species.
That's spooky.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to kind of be intriguing, mysterious, spooky, the graphic. And that is with Steve
Now that's
Rother.
really spooky.
That's really spooky. Steve Rother, Jim Self, and myself. We got together last summer and we did something and it was really good. So we said, let's do it again. So that's coming up in August. It's going to be online or in person. Make sure to register pretty soon if you're doing it in person. I think it's starting to fill up. We're going to be doing that in English and in Spanish with Villy. Hi, Villy in the booth.
Did you schedule that on purpose the eve of your birthday?
No, it had nothing to do. It was actually the only time we could really do it.
Yeah,
but
right.
We could do a big celebration also for my birthday
Okay.
while we're at it.
You're so shy.
Anyway, coming up in September, we're back in Italy. Can't wait to go back there. We're going to be doing the Master's Guide. And now that we got the first one done, we can talk a little bit more about it, but it's sold out, so we won't.
Not to worry.
Yeah.
There's always places on the wait list, and you would
Yes.
be shocked how it is possible to actually get in more likely than you would ever imagine. So if you're interested, particularly
Make sure to
if-
get on the wait list.
Yeah, get on the wait list, and
Yeah.
particularly if you're in Europe, because there can always be a last-minute cancellation that allows us to make a space.
Absolutely. After that, it's back to Slovenia, back to Bled. It's a magical place,
It
and
is.
we're going to have the magic of the Masters.
I mean, you realize that's a real photo of the island and Lake Bled and that castle on it. I mean, that is a real photo.
But some people are confused. They thought we're going to be doing it in that church on the island. And no, it's just out in the middle of the lake. We have a.
They don't allow.
We don't have a venue. No, they would not allow us. Anyway, that is coming up on October 6th and 7th. We got about, 375, 400 people already signed up. So it's going to be a big gathering. I think we can accommodate up to 450.
It's a community center
Approximately.
with regular sort of theater-style seating in it. So if you have a chair, you got a real chair.
Let's take a look at that Bled area.
Oh. It is beautiful.
video is so epic. I mean, boy.
It really is that beautiful. Place.
Oh, it is. It's amazingly beautiful.
And they're really good to visitors.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have 4 channels or channelers, no, 1 channeler, 4 channels. Kuthumi, Saint Germain, Adamus, and Sam. So yeah, what a lineup, and what a pressure.
Poor you.
Poor me. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But in addition to that, we're also going to have the Divine Joy Theater presenting To Be or Not to Be in a Relationship. And this is the second time they've gotten together to do their presentation to the group. It's an international cast of acting masters. Okay, had to stop and think about that one. Also, live music with Johan. We worked with them recently up in Norway. It was really good to be back together with them. And it is really the biggest Chambre gathering of the year. We don't normally do big gatherings. We prefer the kind of the intimate settings like Threshold or Master's Guide or things like that. But it's fun to get together once a year and just raise hell.
Nobody parties like this group.
Ay,
Oh
ay,
my
ay,
God.
And Bled is a small little town outside of Ljubljana, and we're just going to take over the town. I mean, it is going to be cult city.
We just can't leave that word alone. Okay, next.
Anyway, back in Hawaii in November for the Amio retreat, it sold out, so we'll kind of move on that.
already.
And then shortly after that, also, it is on the 20th through the 24th of November, the Japanese version of the Amio retreat. So we have quite a few Japanese already signed up
Yes,
for that.
we do.
I'm excited
I
about
know
that.
several of them were trying to schedule their SES class in.
Oh,
and so
right. I've
that's the
seen,
only reason it's still open.
I've seen kind of a increase in
Yeah.
SES classes in Japan. That's why. Oh, okay. Then in February, we're just announcing these. These are just now going public. We're going to be doing the Amio retreat in Kona, February 9th through the 13th.
We don't have to be in Colorado in February?
No, it's already about half sold out. So if you're interested,
Don't delay.
please don't delay. That's one thing we hear from people all the time. Well, I just waited too long, but we do limit so many of the workshops and the numbers.
and the retreat especially because it's a small, intimate space, and we want to make sure that there's plenty of room.
And then after that, also in Kona, the Threshold. I love doing the Threshold. Oof, really, truly my favorite. And Master's Guide and the shop. No, I really do love it. So that's about it for the upcoming events. All of these are available in the store. Let's take a look at Chambre News.
That store is at crimsoncircle.com.
It is. Always make sure to check out the Chambre magazine. The new one just came out a few days ago, and it does list all the events and everything you need to know, plus some really great articles. And we're always open to articles from Chambre about your personal experiences. So if you have something you're just festering to write about, make sure to write it. Thank you, dear. And, just to give you a...
Back to the C word.
What word? Okay. What?
That.
So just to give everybody an update, we've had a lot of questions, people concerned, even our families, believe it or not. I mean, for the first time in years, heard from them, and it's like, are you doing okay? And it's like, yeah, we're in Europe. It's on the other side of the world. It's like, how is everything on the Big Island?
My favorite of all was actually getting all these emails from people saying, you guys go to the Big Island and you blow it up with all that energy? It's like, oh, please.
Well, Linda, actually, it did start like 2 days after the last workshop, I think.
It's
I
just
don't
a
know if it has
coincidence.
anything to do with it or not, but obviously they're having a volcano on Kilauea. It's pretty amazing.
But it's always been live. It just got more live.
It is a live active volcano. We've stood right there, about where this camera shot was taken, looking into the crater. And it's a tourist attraction, but I've got a theory. So it's getting all this worldwide attention. And if you've been there, you realize it's a big island. I mean,
That's why they call it the
It's
Big Island.
It's really big. And it's way on the other side of the island.
And it's
but
a mountain.
it's a huge tourism attraction. I
Wait,
mean,
the island is literally a mountain.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say half the tourism is people coming to see the volcano. Now they really get to see it. And
More than ever.
No, it's amazing. You know, what is sad is it has destroyed some homes, but I don't think I would have built a home at the bottom of an active volcano. I just don't think I would have.
It's like building on a floodplain.
It's like, yeah, but it's really, it's quite amazing. You've seen the footage of the lava going out into the ocean and just, well, we're expanding the island for future Chambre. We got to make it bigger. We have had quite a bit of concern about the villa, and you have to understand, it's a huge island, and the volcano is located right about there, where that arrow is. And some of you have been there, you've seen it, you've been on the Big Island.
You know how long it takes to get there?
It takes a long time. The villa is located where that other arrow is, and in between is about 100 miles or 160 kilometers. So it's a long way, and in between those two arrows is a mountain that is 13,000 feet high.
Above sea level.
I've never seen the mountain. I mean, the house, our villa, is kind of just at the base of it, and I've never seen it because it's so high and there's always clouds around it, but there's a big mountain.
It's like being in New York City and trying to find the top of a big building.
But then you fall over.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you done that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell the tourists. in
Only
New
do
York,
it once.
And then boom, they go over. Anyway, it's the villa's fine, and the volcano is actually very interesting because, I mean, the timing and everything. It's drawing international attention to the island, although we're not affected by it. They've said once in a while the fog
Fog.
gets your eyes a little itchy, but
If the natural wind pattern changes.
right. But there's that big mountain that keeps the wind going the other way. So everything is fine at the villa. We're going there next month.
In July, you'll hear from us first.
Right, right. So, and even Pele thinks it's all a big joke. That is an actual unretouched photograph of the crater with a big smiley face. So Pele's saying, thank you, Chambre, for being here. Let's have a little fun. Let's move some energy on this planet right now. I thought that was great.
It's funny.
And it's an actual photograph.
Very entertaining.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have?
Kihon.
What's next? Oh, yeah. You know what I really love about Kihak?
Everything.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's twice a month, and we do it so often from the road. We've done it literally at the base of the pyramids. We've done it in Hawaii and Japan,
Wherever we
Australia,
are, we do
wherever
it.
we are. I love it because it really kind of keeps me connected, and I think the Kihakers, you know, we go a month in between each shout, and that's like a lifetime sometimes. And Kihak just keeps that connection every 2 weeks. Adamus brings out material there that he eventually will bring out in the shouts, but not in the same depth as he does. And Keahawk really takes the deep dive into things.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, and this Keahawks 8 starts on July 1st. Registration for it, though, ends on June 15th. We do have 2 sessions a month, and this year it's going to be translated in both Spanish with Vili and also in Russian. First time in Russian. So, yeah, it'd be really kind of fun doing that with both those translations. The registration does close June 15th, so if you're even partly interested, make sure to sign up by the 15th. The first session is July 1st. It's kind of an introductory session, but that's also where Adamus lays out what the coming year is going to be about.
And that's where Adamus really puts his focus on where he's going is through Keahawk and the people participating in Keahawk.
So it's 8th year. It's evolved in so many different ways. And the one thing we all thought when he first announced it 8 years ago, and we scampered to try to quickly put things together to accommodate it, but we thought it would be kind of a recurring program. In other words, here is a system, here's a program, we're just going to do it once a year, and it's not. It's
Evolves.
it constantly evolves,
And expands.
constantly. So every time we do one, it's a whole new experience for us, and we love it. And I hope you consider taking part in Keahawk.
We're on the journey with you.
Yep. Good. And one last thing before we take a break. Get ready for Adamus.
Oh boy.
If you haven't heard or you haven't listened, Master's Life 7, I Am Creation, came out last month. It is, well, let's take a look, see what it is. It was kind of that next step, like, oh my gosh.
He just is plowing forward.
Yeah. I am that I am, the heart and the spirit of Saint Germain. I am creation. Is not true creation why you came here? It combines the human experience with the master, with the I am. It combines and brings in something I call the now future. And it brings in the awe of creation. True I am creation requires spiritual maturity. It means that you've earned your wings by staying true to yourself. Our whole journey here is about embodied realization. That's why you're here. But there's more. What you really came here for is to be the I am creation while in the physical body. Take a deep breath. For where we are going, there are no memories. Now we are true creators. So leave behind, from this moment forward, leave behind all of the old beliefs about creation, what it is. For you're about to discover that it's quite different. Take a deep breath and join me in a place. It's like a desert at twilight. A desert with billions and billions of grains of sand. A desert as far as the eye can see. You know the sands of the desert? They're like every experience you've ever had. And then all the stars in the heavens above, billions. Are they not reminders in the heavens above of where you came from, what you've done? And here you are. Take a deep breath into the I exist. Can you sense it? Can you feel it? You exist. You know, creation, oh, it has an amazing sense to it. It puts one in awe. Here in our twilight desert, surrounded by stars and sand, surrounded by potentials. Open your senses up. Let yourself feel the awe of creation. Where we're going in the I am creation, you have to be ready to let energy serve you. You can't do it halfway, you can't do it partially. You have to be truly ready to let energy serve you. You've earned your wings and now you're ready to soar. Let that energy come in and lift you up. Great. Instead of Linda and I telling you what we think about it, we have some quotes. Linda, would you mind reading these? These are from actual viewers.
This is something real, new, a big step on our way to realization. It's the most profound and sweet experience I've had in years. Can this be the most important experience? For me, it is for sure. Master's Life 7 is the doorway to realization. I have now met myself within my creation. I'm in awe of my own creation and so grateful that I gifted myself with this most beautiful material I ever experienced so far. And so you have it.
So 7 sessions in Master's Life 7, and there is 7 with Saint Germain, and then the last one is with Adamus.
Well, he couldn't stay away.
That was kind of interesting. You have 90 days access to the files online, and it's $145 between now and July 31st, and the price goes up. How many here have viewed it, have watched it? Oh, quite a few, good, quite a few. To me, it was just, I'm not going to say anything because everybody else said the words. So with that, before we take a break, we want to thank everybody out there who is so much a part of this, the workshop hosts that do such an amazing job.
Inga and Marianne in Norway,
And
Bodil
Bodil.
in Denmark.
Yeah, and the website hosts, the Crimson Circle Angels. By the way, Angels, we have a special Adamus session coming up, and later this month or next month, soon, you'll get a notice on it. The Crimson Circle staff who always do an amazing job. The translators, I mean, there's
Incredible group of people that just
unbelievable.
quietly do all that work in the background.
So we want to thank everybody. This is truly an amazing journey into realization, just beyond words. So
Yeah.
thank you. It's time now for a coffee break. We're going to see you back here in about 31 minutes. For those who are new, be careful because there's chocolate back there, and Shambro will run you down in order to get some of the chocolate
Be really
and other
careful.
food. So.
And hey, locals, everyday people, you lovely people, please be nice to the new people.
Oh, they're nice, but as long as they get the food first.
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
don't get between them and their chocolate.
Anyway, everybody watching and online, we're going
Thank
to be
you.
back in about 30 minutes. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. How are you, Horace? Sorry.